So we essentially have two different warranties out there. So anything manufactured before January 1st of 2013 would have had a 5-year parts warranty on it. So it'd be 5-year parts on all circuit boards or panels. And then it would be a 10-year warranty on all of our dampers. And that would be anything before January 1st of 2013. After January 1st, we moved everything over to a lifetime parts warranty. So anything that was manufactured after January 1st, and as long as it's registered within 90 days of installation, will qualify for that lifetime parts warranty. So the easiest way to register any panels that you guys may install out there is just go to our website. It's arzelzoning.com/warranty. And then there'll be a product registration tab that you can actually click on. When you click on that, you'll enter in your customer information, your information, and then the panel serial number. And that'll all get registered to that existing customer. And that's for us to be able to look up in-house to see if it was registered, when it was actually installed, so that we have all the proper information here as well. If the panels are not registered, they do revert to a 1-year warranty. We're not real strict on, keeping up with that, but eventually that may happen and we'll have to, go to and be a little bit more strict with our guidelines as far as the warranty goes. So just to kind of avoid that in the future, I would definitely recommend that you guys are registering those panels that you install. So the easiest way to start a warranty is just give us a call at tech support. Our phone number is going to be 1-800-611-8312. And we really like to talk to your technicians when they're in front of the panel. And that's for two reasons. We want to keep in mind and keep an eye on any failures that may be happening out in the field. And that's for quality inspections and to improve our product. But not only that, it's to make sure that the diagnostic is right and to get you out the right part the first time rather than just playing guesswork and sending you guys out a bunch of free parts. The first thing that you need to do is just give us a call with the panel serial number. That's going to be inside the panel box itself. It's always going to be on the left-hand side. There'll be a big white sticker. It'll have your panel model number, panel serial number, and then it'll have a board serial number. We're always going to need the panel serial number to actually do any kind of warranty work. It's the only part that's not replaceable. So if you do the board, we really can't, keep an eye on that. But if everything's registered to the panel, that's how we track all our warranties. The second thing is you're going to be talking to tech support. We're going to walk you through some troubleshooting aspects of it, verify what the failure is. Then we're going to give you an RMA number, which is just a return merchandise authorization. And either one of two ways. So if you guys don't have a part on your truck to replace it with, we can issue you a credit to your local distributor if they have it in stock. But mainly what we do is we ship the parts out directly to you. And what that allows us to do is do a quality inspection on the board before it goes out to you, make sure everything's good to go. And, just make sure that everything's verified there. And I did get a question on the GoTo training chat here. So our phone number is going to be 1-800. It's 611-8312. And we are available 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and that's Eastern Standard Time. Our regular hours are 8 to 5. After that, it's going to roll over to our cell phone, so we'll be able to answer that at any point for you guys as well after hours. Once we verify the failure and give you guys an RMA, we'll either ship out the part directly to you, and they'll actually ship out the same day. So we usually do 2 shippings a day, one's at noon, one's at 3. If we miss those cutoffs, we can either make a special application for you guys and ship it out that same day, or it'll go out first thing in the morning for you. So with our lifetime warranty, most of our parts are actually field scrappable now. So if it's a pump or a solenoid or, a smaller part like that, normally we're not going to request those back. Those are going to be field scrap. You would just throw them away. Same thing with our dampers. There may be an instance where you might have one house that had a couple of different issues. We may request that back, and that's mainly to find out if we had an issue in that run of dampers or solenoids or whatever it may be. And that's mainly just to keep an eye on quality inspections and make sure our product is going out as defect-free as possible. So it's more on our end. The only parts that we're always going to request back are going to be panels. So if you do a new install on a panel, you have an issue with it and we actually approve a panel replacement, we're going to need that panel back, and that's to verify the failure, but also Thermostats we're going to need back, and that's because we don't make the thermostats. Those are made by a third party. And then our evergreen motors as well. Those are made by Gentex, so they're actually not made by us. So the only parts that we really make that we need back are going to be circuit boards or panels themselves. Everything else you guys are just going to be able to throw away unless we're seeing an issue or a trend in the field and we want to take a look and see what's actually going on with the product. One of the big things I would definitely recommend if you guys are running into our products quite a bit in the field is the biggest thing I would definitely carry the spare parts toolkit on your truck. This is going to come with all the essential parts and pieces that go with any one of our panels. So even if it's a warranty item, if you had a failed sensor, say, you could pull the sensor out of the spare parts kit, install it on the panel. We can send you out a replacement and you just add it to your kit. So it makes it a lot easier when you guys are in the field. You're not waiting for the warranty parts and that kind of stuff. And even if it's a non-warranty item, you can use it off this kit and then just get it from your local distributor to replace it on the kit. So what this is going to come with is going to come with our pump, which is standard in every single one of our panels. So this will work for any panel that we manufacture right now. It's also going to come with our 40 VA plug-in transformer. This is going to be any good for any panel, from anything from a 2-zone all the way up to a 4-zone panel. It'll be good for the 6 and 8 zone. It's actually not a plug-in transformer. It's a hardwired transformer. So it typically won't work for that, but it would get you by at a pinch until you can get a 70 or 100 VA transformer to replace that one. It's also going to have both of our solenoids themselves. So we're going to have our Solo 4 and Solo 5, which will cover all of our panels and the solenoids that come in them. It's also going to have our leaving air temperature sensor for the Air Boss, and then it also has a sensor for the Heat Pump Pro and the GT Pro. That sensor is the same across all of them. So on the Heat Pump Pro and GT Pro, it's the same sensor for your leaving air, outdoor air, and your loop temperature sensor. So it'll replace any one of those. It's also going to have our modulating transmitter, which is for our modulating bypass. So if you ever have a failure on that, you'll have it as well. It also comes with an air indicator tool, which will help you to diagnose leaks in the system. Typically, most of the technicians aren't going to use this. It's there if you need it. But if you guys have digital manometers on the truck, it's a much better route to go. Gives you a better idea of what's going on in the whole system. But in the last resort, the air flow indicator tool will help you a little bit. It'll verify if you have a leak or not. The bad thing with it is it doesn't really verify that you have a good pump without the readings for it. If you guys ever need to bypass a panel in the field, say you got a circuit board failure or something like that and you're waiting on a replacement part from us, usually we'll walk you through this on the phone if you call us on tech support. But the easiest way to bypass any one of our panels is just turn the main power switch off. And then you're going to keep this switch off the whole time after this. And that's to prevent any one of your thermostats from calling and outputting on your output side of the panel. So you're going to turn your power switch off. You're going to disconnect whatever thermostat you want to control the equipment for the time being. So say zone 1's in a centralized location in the home. You want to use that to run the system temporarily. Just remove that thermostat off your zone side of the board. Move that up to your HVAC outputs. And then at the very bottom of the board, you're going to have a switch labeled MPS. It stands for manual pump switch. And this is either going to be labeled in the on or off position or manual or automatic position. So you're either going to flip this switch to on or manual, and this is going to kick the pump on. That'll open all your dampers, and then the system will act like an unzoned system and run off of the thermostat that you moved up to your outputs. So it'll essentially be unzoned, heat the whole home until you can get a replacement circuit board for it. And then all of our products have that lifetime warranty, so as long as it was registered within 90 days of installation, you're qualified for the lifetime parts warranty, and that's to the original homeowner as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. It covers all parts, but it does not cover the panel. The only time we do a full panel replacement is if it's a brand new install and you had some damage from shipping or a faulty relay, something like that, then we'll issue you guys a full panel so you don't have to mess around with a brand new install with a bad part in it. We also offer our 100% comfort guarantee. So within the first year, as long as everything was installed according to our Arzel guidelines, if your customer is not happy with it, we'll buy it back from you at 100% of what the customer paid. So if they've spent $3,000 on the zoning job, we would buy that back from them. You guys will have a little bit of skin in the game on that because you're going to have your labor, to go back and pull everything out. but it does give the homeowner that peace of mind if they're going to do that kind of purchase, that it gives them a little bit of feedback that, if they're not happy with their comfort when the job's all done, that they'll be taken care of regardless of the outcome.